Alright, hello guys, and today we are here with the Apocrypha Victoria Summon our skip video. And well, soon enough I'll get to the Epsilon one here and this rerun, but as I said, I was just going through the story for last week, so back with this week again for the actual unit content, you could see. So yeah, here she's already healer. Oh, we have her game technique here. Raises records HP, raises crit rate, multiplied by Hellfire, raises damage inflicted, and grants and recovers SP of all elemental allies. So it's based on a number of Hellfire, so as you know, Hellfire usually comes from the Victoria unit. This one right here, and this Victoria right here that also inflicts Hellfire. So the two of them do work together, you could say, since Victoria needs all that Hellfire stacks on the enemy to deal multiple damage. And Hellfire, of course, also comes from Demon Olivier as the character who introduced Hellfire into the game. As you can see here, inflicts Hellfire on this on our pain technique, as well as inflicting it on special ability and awakened normal attack. So you can stack up tons of Hellfire for the Apocrypha Victoria to give you more crit rate and crit attack, so that your red elf characters can become stronger. And as a bonus, you also get a damage inflicted if red elf, as well as some SP recovery. When awakened, you just get more damage inflicted and more SP recovery, which I will say that the upgrade from 50 to 100 SP recovery does remind me of Pajama Alpha, in which is pretty good as well. So I can see this Victoria being pretty good, especially like our Nate is also awakened free. So that awakening seems like a key one for her. Never skill one. That requires HP of all eyes, is crit attack and speed if elf, elemental elf. Which is good, you can see. Getting those more buff, and especially the crit attack buff working well from this crit rate buff here already. And of course, this light bear skill, pretty much how she inflicts light hellfire on the boss itself, besides from ally skills as I was showing you before. That's pretty much about it. Nothing really to see here besides the two hellfire. Now we have her special ability, which is the crit rate of all element allies, and fire raises the crit rate for them multiplied by elves and party. So as you can see here, I have a 15% crit rate and then 5%, so 5 elves, that'll make 25% crit rate. So pretty much the maximum crit rate you can have like 5 red elemental elves, that's like 40%. And then if you can manage to have 5 stacks of hellfire, well then you'll get up to 90% crit on the hidden technique, which does mean that you'd have to awaken 5 her for 100% crit rate, unfortunately. But oh, it is what it is. Alright, that you also get that inflicted by 30%, as well as crit attack, and at start of wave grows 200% SP of alpha, which I will say does work well with the Epsilon Eta target, as these guys recover their own SP at the start of wave to help launch their ultimate technique, which recovers SP for themselves and for all eyes as well, which is honestly pretty good, can't lie. Not only that, their ultimate technique also grants a ton of buffs, even though it doesn't really do any damage, sad to say. At least the unit themselves doesn't. I mean, I guess they can still deal damage with their skill 1, skill 2, but their damage on does feel kind of disappointing, really. But yeah, it's the Victoria definitely synergizes well with them, as here they record 1000 SP, so you can like loop between it. Have Victoria give these guys SP to work with their special ability, regardless of whether it's awakened or not. And then when these guys Eventually I managed to get their ultimate technique. You can give back SP to all eyes, like all the demon Olivier and the Apocrypha Victoria. So, and you can just keep on going, especially when you put in this Red Beatrix, which is pretty much the core of the Red SP team. Like, I mean, I don't think it would really be considered an SP team without this Beatrix, since every 15 seconds she recovers 200% SP if alpha. Though mine is awakened from pulling her a ton of times on the permanent banner, so if you don't have an A5, you'll get less SP recovery. But yeah, combining this 200 SP recovery with SP recovery that Victoria gives and the dual unit gives, yeah, they can go nuts pretty fast. And not only that, but there's a tank over here that you can claim for free, in which I did, also for recovers SP. As it says, recovers SP of all elemental eyes by 20% multiplied by elf and parity. And for recovers SP by 20 if alpha. So I'm guessing if you have all 5 elves, you recover like 120 SP here. And if it's awakened, you get up to 150 SP back. So you can clearly start to see the loop. Yes, Victoria starts off earthing, and then Beatrix comes in like 15 seconds later, and then this tank Oliver can give the dual character their ultimate technique, and then the dual character's ultimate technique gives back provide their SP, and you can just keep on going after that. Though you can only use the ultimate technique once, of course. So after that, they just resort to their hidden technique afterward. So I also say a good partner for the Victoria is this swimsuit Etta here that recovers 500 SP, which is pretty good really. As it says here, the swimsuit Etta recovers her own SP by 500 and recovers SP as red elemental supporter elf ally, which is also pretty good considering Victoria starts out with her own SP, really. So you can combine that 500 with the 200 you'll be getting here, and pretty fast you'll be getting Victoria's ult, which will change the other ults. I mean, hidden techniques really, since you can only use the ultimate technique once. Though, and of course, our gear is here, and this is pretty much just the same thing as playing Alpha really. So nothing much up there, besides you just get a ton of healing. And considering the A1 is free and it's key for her skill, I guess it can work. A2 are very decent, and of course A3 and A5 ones are the best ones as usual. Though of course, even with all that, so actually it does seem pretty perfect for SD team, or at least trying to direct SD team. It does seem like you will still want like almost everybody else, realistically. So yeah, because since this Victoria runs off Hellfire, which you can get from the units on here. Overall, if you pretty much only gonna have Victoria by yourself, it's probably not as much worth, since Victoria would want to tank Victoria from here and Swimsuit to enter from here. And not only that, but to even get one of them is a 125% chance, besides the fifth ticket on the 5th multi. So yeah, for me it would look like this since I choose 2 of them from here. Yeah, you have to choose 2 characters, and the 2, of course, event rerun characters. Those are there as well. Of course, there's this ticket on 5 multis to get one of them guaranteed. But really and truly, it feels like an all-in or nothing really build with this Victoria. The synergy is there. I'm not too sure how strong it is since I haven't really gone to try it out myself. Though, of course, chapter 7, you know it's better to skip really for Demon Alpha and stuff. But overall, she is a good unit, I'd say, yeah. And that's about it for this video. Just see ya later.